One of the biggest issues we face in a pupil referral unit is student behaviour and managing student behaviour effectively so teaching and learning can take place just like it would in any other school. First and foremost in managing negative behaviour is planning your lessons meticulously and really tightly. You have to make sure that you know what you're going to be teaching at every minute in your lesson. Your transitions have to be very tight. You can't afford to stand in front of the classroom and be looking for worksheets and be looking for pens and be looking for books. Everything has to be completely ready. You have to be very clear about your expectations. You have to prepare your lessons in manageable small chunks, because our students really struggle with reading and writing. They've had very bad experiences in education. They may have been completely lost in lessons where the teacher moved on too fast for them and they didn't know what was going on, so they lost lots and lots of materials, lots of learning on the way, and may feel or have very low self-esteem when they come into your classroom. So as a teacher, you have to be able to build up their self-esteem, to make them feel that they can achieve. You have to praise them a lot in your classroom. You have to also, sometimes students are very proud and who don't want other students to know that they can't follow the curriculum. You have to give them differentiated work, so they may not even notice that you're giving them differentiated work. You have to add lots of scaffolding, lots of support. You have to be very good at understanding the different levels of questioning. So you need to know your students so well that you need to know which questions you ask which students based on their ability. And those questions have to be prepared very carefully in your planning process. So actually being a teacher in a pupil referral unit, you have to be an outstanding teacher because you have to understand all the different types of needs that your students have, and you have to be able to cover those different types of needs, because we don't just have students who are low attainers, we also have students who are very high attainers, and you have to be able to provide the appropriate materials for all of them in a classroom, even though you may only have 6 or 8 of them, coupled with their behaviour and with their attitudes to learning. So you have to have lots of different strategies in place to ensure that you keep them on task. That also means incorporating lots of breaks, chatting about what they did last night, getting to know them personally, because actually even before all your planning, before all your preparation for your lessons, relationships for us in lessons are the be-all and end-all in a pupil referral unit. If you don't have, or if you don't work on good relationships with your students, they will not work for you. And I think that's the same in mainstream. You can't just expect to go into a classroom, deliver your lesson, walk back out again. You have to be able to connect with your students. You have to be able to ask them questions about who they are, about what they like, just really to get a sense of who they are in order to be able to create relationships so they will work for you.